Hey yo, Farmer Dre back at it. It's another beautiful day here on the farm. I am in the high tunnel where we have the strawberries, and today I'm gonna talk about what are we gonna do with this high tunnel. If y'all been following the channel for quite some time, you guys know I planted a high tunnel full of strawberries, number 2 here, first week of October, and I was hoping that this tunnel here will start producing about a month earlier than the field strawberry, so that we can have, you know, a month of production to sell at farmers market and to promote the U-pick out in the field. But as season was going on, as the fall was going into winter, we had a big issue with spider mites and aphids. I got rid of those. I cleaned them up pretty good. I did a couple, I think we sprayed 3 times in the fall for spider mites and aphids. Came through here, the plants were looking great all winter long, and then whenever spring started coming around, the plants started growing up again. I was really hoping that the plants would start blooming a whole lot earlier than they did, but I just guess the sunlight wasn't there, there wasn't enough temperature, and the plants started blooming about the same time as the Roccos did out in the field, which Roccos are an early field variety. So we only started picking, in all reality, probably a week earlier than the field strawberries out of the high tunnel. And whenever we started picking early on, the flavor was okay, but as season progressed in here, and as we got closer and closer to started picking out of the field, we realized that the flavor in this high tunnel here wasn't really great. The flavor actually just was terrible. The berries, you know, of course, these varieties, these day neutral varieties, Albion and Monterey, they are East Coast, West Coast varieties out of California, and they look really pretty. They're made to be put in a box and shipped halfway across the country. So, you know, they look really pretty, but the flavor is just not there. The earliness wasn't there. So all in all, I was really disappointed in the production and just in the quality of the berry in here. The production's okay. I think we're really close to hitting 1 pound per plant. So as in the production standpoint and as in the yield, the plants really put out some impressive numbers as in yield. But you know, as a farmer, and we're selling direct to consumers, so we see direct feedback from the customers. The customers, you know, whenever you sell them a strawberry, you can sell a customer a strawberry once, but if you don't get that repeat customers, they're kind of pointless. So we only sold strawberries out of here for about a week, and then whenever the field strawberries started coming in production, we quit selling these because the flavor was terrible. And then I made that video and looked in some of the comments, and some of you guys said I was watering too much, so I haven't actually turned on the irrigation here since I made that video. So it's been right about a month ago since I haven't irrigated this tunnel at all, and the flavor is still not great. I mean, you can't even compare it to the Chandlers out in the field. So maybe it's just the varieties that I chose, but all in all, I'm not too impressed with this high tunnel. So what is the plan moving forward? What am I gonna do in here? So whenever the professors from the tomato school were out here, I bring them in here and they were telling me what, you know, some suggestions and whatnot, and what the plan is. And I told them that it's gonna be going into a fall crop of tomatoes, and they recommended either, they recommended 2 things. Either I rip everything out, till it under, and get new soil ready, or I close the sides up for 2 to 3 weeks during the season, during June, and during the hot days, so I could disinfect everything with the heat. It'll get 130, 140 degrees in here pretty quick on a nice sunny day if the sides are closed, and just let everything fry out and let all the insect and disease die off. And you know, with the process of using heat, if you're able to keep the soil temperature, and this is all about soil, and this is what I've heard from other farmers who do use a steam to clean out their soils and their tunnels. So they try to get the temperature inside at 160 degrees for 30 or 40 minutes, and that will pretty much disinfect just about any disease or bacteria in your soil and in your air. So that's the plan. I want to keep it closed in here for a couple of weeks and just let everything die off and hopefully kill off all the insects. Looking at it from the farmer standpoint, you know, we already have the time and energy, and we already paid for the drip tape and the plastic. So for me, I would love to double crop this plastic and drip tape, and of course it'll save me a lot of time myself from getting this tunnel ready to put the fabric down and do everything else, because we already have the irrigation set up. All I got to do is pull out these strawberry plants and plant the tomatoes in it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave the sides closed for 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks at a time, and just, you know, come through here, leave them out, don't even step foot in here for that time period. Let everything burn off, let all the insects die, let all the bacteria, everything die off from the temperature, and then open it up, pull all these things out, and come through here and plant our tomato crop. So that's the plan for, that's what I'm gonna do here pretty quick. We're gonna still pick everything out of here. There's still a lot of great albions coming on here. So for another couple weeks, these plants will keep on producing. You know, the albions look really good. The Monterey is what's kind of disappointing. Look at these plants. Spider mites have really taken over. I've done a few sprays. I sprayed 3 times in here all spring long, and still nothing. So maybe I'm just not doing what I need to be doing. But, you know, like I said, if the flavor is not here, what's the point of even trying to keep these? So what we've been putting them, using them in the bakery. My sisters have been using them in the bakery, making the slushies, the donuts, and all kinds of other baked goods, pies and whatnot out of these. Because whenever you're using them in a baked good, you know, you're still adding the sugar and you're cooking it. And of course, you got the crumbs, the dough, the pastry, so you can't really tell the difference in the flavor of strawberries. You know, the flavor isn't bad. You know, I can't say it's the worst strawberry I've ever had. You know, they're still a whole lot better than the grocery store berries, but whenever you compare it to the field strawberries, then that's a world of difference, and that's what makes the biggest difference there whenever you compare them to the strawberries from out of the field. So that's what I'm gonna do here. We're gonna continue picking here. We've been picking 200 pounds, you know, every couple of days out of here. So the production they're still producing quite a bit. But like I said, if the flavor doesn't offset the production and the cost, then, you know, what's the point? So that's the plan in here. Come through here, close it up, let everything die off, let all the weeds, let all the strawberry plants die off. Just, you know, keep the sides closed. Then we'll come through here and plant our late crop of tomatoes. The tomato plants are doing really well. They're about 4 inches tall now. So in a couple weeks, they will be ready to go to be planted in here. So that is the plan. I just want to share with you guys and let you guys know what I'm gonna do in here and how it will turn out for the rest of the season. So that's the thing about fruit farming. You always want to try new things. You always want to, you know, experiment. But, you know, you can even see visibly here from the camera here, these Montereys have really gotten hit by mites pretty hard. And then we got a nice flush of weeds coming through here. So, you know, season's about done in here. And now thinking of the future, planning out, seeing what we got to do to keep on moving forward and try to recover what the you know, just keep on trying to make the most we can out of this tunnel as possible. So that's the plan. Keep on moving forward, keep on planting, keep on growing new things, and you live and learn, try new things out. You see what works, you see what doesn't work, and then keep on moving on. Alrighty, y'all, so this is gonna be it for today. Like I said, just a little update on what I'm gonna do in here, and this will be planted in tomatoes, and I'm gonna be trying a new tomato system in here. So we have 5 rows of the strawberries here, and since I'm not going to be ripping them out, I'm planting 8 rows of tomatoes in here. So I'm going to be planting 1 row there on the side, down the center of that drip tape there, planting 2 rows of tomatoes in that one, 1 row in here, 2 rows in here, and 1 row in here. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of tomatoes in here. So that's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. So yeah, it'll be fun to see what goes on here. This is it on the strawberry high tunnel update. So if you guys haven't already, go and hit that subscribe button, smash that like button if you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, hit that notification icon so you guys can be notified whenever I do upload a video. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. You all have a good day, and we will see you next time.